Aloha Molokai. My name is Malia Akutagawa. Right now we're at Kamalo and I was raised here. When I look at the history of the past, I think it can provide lessons for now. What we are witnessing is the polarization of our community. Then I ask myself, what is causing this polarization? Where there are winners and where there are losers. But in the end, we really are losers, because a community that pits itself against itself will always lose. And so when we look at our community, we have to find ways to return back to each other. We have to find that comfort. Right now, sometimes we don't even want to look in each other's eyes. We rush about our business because it's been very uncomfortable here. So what is the answer? One of the things that Kumujan said to us before he passed on was he provided a map for us to find our way back to each other. And he talked about pono. And he described pono as something that needn't be defined really, but something that is experienced and witnessed. He said that a leader who is pono would not have to proclaim him or herself to be pono. Rather, it was seen in the thriving of the land and the flourishing of the people. So if we use that as the litmus test, what we see is a community that has become fractured and a land that is scarred. We have to come to a point where we go for the win-win. When our thoughts become momona. One of the names of our island is Molokai aina momona. And it was noted for that because we could feed armies of people from other islands without even putting a dent in our own personal stores. That was the mindset of our people, that there was more than enough. There was never a need. There was never a deficit. There was never a lack. And when I look at how we define in this modern context what is sustainability, we see it from a position of lack. And I don't think that's how our ancestors looked at it. What they saw was always abundance. And when you see abundance day after day, and when you cultivate that kind of understanding of more than enough, then your world can include everyone. And so when we look at our community, we have to go back to the understandings of our kupuna, to truly absorb them into our hearts and into our na'au. That when we make decisions for our community and when we make decisions for the children that are not yet born, that we come from a place of abundance, that we come from a place of more than enough, that we are committed, we are so committed to each other that everyone is happy. And what is it that we are all saying? We are all saying the same thing. We want change. We want our families to prosper. We want our children to remain here. We want to provide a place for them. I don't hear Aole La'au people and the support the plan people saying anything different. We're all saying the same thing. So if we are to be pono, we have to do this great and good work. And we have to try and create the pathways and the inroads to each other once more. And to set aside our personal agendas and our own self-interest to commit to Molokai aina momona. One of the things that Kumujan also talked about was this prophecy that was made at Pakui Heiau in Ualapu'e. The chant talked about the falling of the old system, of the old ways, and that the people of the land would rise, and that it would be the common people that would find answers, that would bring the abundance back and the pono back to the land. So we are everyday people, you and I. Yet we have so much mana. We have the mana, we have the commitment, we have the ike, the knowing to move forth and bring about solutions for Molokai. Kumujan said that this prophecy would be fulfilled at the 7th generation. We are that generation now. We are the seeds that have to be planted. We are the wisdom that has to move forth into 7 more generations and beyond. And with that, I ask that we take a breath, that we remember where we came from, so that we know where we are going. Mahalo.